Elon Musk, one of the most impressive business leaders in the world who is always the center of attention due to his astounding accomplishment, which defied the odds and has shocked and amazed many people, accomplished so much in his business ventures that comparisons to Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and others are inevitable. And now that he is the richest man in the world, Elon Musk's path to success is unique compared to those of the modern wealthy people. He did not come up with a single great idea, but rather a handful of amazing ones. And instead of investing in a wide variety of safe and sound ventures, he focused on the small number of high-risk ones. But there was logic behind his actions. Even though few at the time understood what he meant to accomplish, Musk's contributions to the globe, such as space flights and electric automobiles that have caused the auto industry to scramble in order to keep up, led Time to name him the Person of the Year for 2021. But he certainly wasn't from a billionaire family. Rather, he made his way to the spot of the richest person in the world from scratch, and from a childhood where he was tossed and thrown around by everyone. In today's video, we are going to take you back to Elon Musk's childhood to get a glimpse of his struggle, then to his adulthood all the way up where he became the successful business tycoon we all know today, and show you how he strives for the impossible and achieves it. Getting back to the video. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971 in the South African city of Pretoria. Musk's parents and doctors were concerned about his aspirations and visions as a child since he spent so much time daydreaming about building new technology. Musk became interested in computers when he was 11 years old, around the time of his parents' divorce. Due to harsh circumstances, he was able to teach himself to program, and by the age of 12, he had already sold his first piece of software, a game he had created named Blastar. Following his parents' divorce in 1979, Musk and his younger brother, Kimball, decided to move in with their father. At the time, Musk was 9 years old. It wasn't until after the move that his notoriously rocky relationship with his father became clear. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Elon Musk said of moving in with his father, it was not a good option. When Musk was a child, he had a reputation of being timid, short, and obsessed with reading books. He too did not have an easy time at school. In fact, he was once knocked unconscious after being tossed down a flight of stairs, and his bullies badly battered him. He was bullied until he was 15 years old. He learned how to defend himself through karate and wrestling, and underwent a massive physical change. Musk immigrated to Canada when he was 17 years old in 1989 in order to attend Queen's University and escape doing his mandatory military service in South Africa. Musk became a Canadian citizen the same year, partly because he assumed it would be easier for him to become a citizen of the United States that way. In 1992, Musk moved away from Canada to attend the University of Pennsylvania, where he received degrees in both business and physics. He first completed his undergraduate degree in economics and then went on to complete a second bachelor's degree in physics. After receiving his degree in electrical engineering from the University of Pennsylvania, Musk pursued his studies in the subject of energy physics at Stanford University, which is located in the state of California. However, he only stayed at Stanford for 2 days before dropping out to join the internet boom. His decision to leave Stanford after only 2 days was well timed, since he was able to join the internet boom from its start. It was in 2002 when Musk was given the privilege of becoming a registered citizen of the United States. Like many other young businesses, Musk had already had the insight that the internet, a revolutionary network of linkages between computers, would be more than just a playground for geeks, and he set out to test this theory. So in 1995, Musk and his brother Kimball established a business named Zip2. Beginning with an investment of $15,000, they eventually worked their way up to raising a few $100,000 for their business. Elon Musk and Kimball looked for investors and brought in outside help to manage the company, which led to deals with major publishing houses like the New York Times. After the successful running of Zip2 for some time, they sold the Zip2 division to Compaq for $307 million in 1999, a computer industry giant that was on the decline at the time. Musk made a handsome $22 million profit on the sale of Zip2, and then he blew a majority of it on a McLaren F1 supercar. In a CNN interview, Elon Musk reflected on the incident and said, "It's not consistent with the rest of my behavior." A year later, while attempting to show off the car's speed, Musk wrecked it. Inadvertently, he launched the car into the air. Unfortunately, the $1 million sports car was not insured, so the wreck spelled the end for the McLaren. But by then, Musk had already moved on to his next business venture. When Elon Musk's McLaren crashed, he was riding in a car with Peter Thiel, co-founder of the payments company Confinity. Musk followed Peter Thiel's advice and put a lot of money into an up-and-coming internet bank he called X.com. The firm, presently known as PayPal, was formed after the two separate companies merged in March of 2000. While Musk was away on vacation in September, the board ousted him from his role as CEO and installed Peter Thiel instead. The debate about where to move the company's servers was a contributing factor. When there are a lot of major things going on that are bringing people a big deal of stress, it's not a smart idea to leave the office, Musk pondered afterwards. Regardless, Musk never gave up control of the company. Approximately $180 million of Musk's income was gained when eBay purchased PayPal for $1.5 billion in 2002. Despite his recent acquisition of millions of dollars, Musk was unable to relax this time around. With the seemingly impossible objective of populating Mars through his firm, he founded SpaceX in 2002. The next year, he put in almost $6 million to help start up Tesla, which at the time was just a few guys with an idea to make electric sports cars. The Tesla company planned to revolutionize the demotivated industry by employing cutting-edge lithium-ion batteries, which were extremely portable despite their high energy density. Lithium-ion batteries were initially developed for use in extremely compact electronic gadgets. Tesla's ability to mass-produce these cells was a game-changer in the electric car industry, since it allowed the business to create a vehicle with a driving range that was unprecedented. Both businesses have overcome initial difficulties, but Musk was too persistent, and now both businesses are doing exceptionally well. Musk says he put almost all of his proceeds from the sale of PayPal into the two businesses. Tesla ran into trouble when engineers realized their prototype battery packs were very flammable. Meanwhile, SpaceX was nearly bankrupt due to its string of failed missions. A former CTO of Tesla, J.B. Straubel, has stated that the revelation was a possibly company-ending discovery if we couldn't rectify it. First, they had a problem with their batteries, which caught fire in testing, and next, at the height of the Great Recession in 2008, Tesla was on the verge of collapse, but they somehow got out of the hard water, and returns on Musk's investments began trickling in after a while. In 2008, SpaceX was awarded a $1.6 billion contract by NASA, and in 2012, Tesla began mass-producing its first mass-market automobile, the Model S. Today, Tesla is a behemoth that dominates the industry in the United States and controls almost 2/3 of the market for electric automobiles. However, SpaceX has no competition in the market for private space travel. Despite the fact that Tesla produces a lower number of vehicles than major automakers like Ford and GM, the company's valuation has skyrocketed to levels that are several times greater than those of its competitors. This is due to the fact that Tesla has been able to sell a greater number of its electric vehicles. The price of Tesla has more than doubled over the course of the next few years, which has contributed to an increase in the company's market capitalization, which has now crossed $1 trillion. Musk still controls a big chunk of the firm, even after selling billions of shares. But if he exercises his further stock options, he may end up with a greater ownership than when he started. Even after the most recent round of stock sales, Musk still owns 155 million Tesla shares and has options to purchase approximately 100 million more at prices that are a fraction of what they are trading for now. In addition, he has options to buy the shares at a time when they were trading for a lower price. It is estimated that he has influence over about 20% of all Tesla's shares that are now available on the market due to the combination of the shares he already owns and the options he has to acquire more. The vast majority of his net worth may be attributed to this single investment, and as of the most recent round of funding for the firm, SpaceX was estimated to be valued more than $100 billion. Musk has a total net worth of around $266 billion, which includes his cash and other assets, in addition to the 48% ownership stake he has in the rocket firm. In addition to that, he has put his money into enterprises that have just been started. In 2016, Elon Musk established both the Boring Company and the neurotechnology firm Neuralink. The Boring Company is in the business of tunneling in order to solve traffic problems in cities all around the world. And his company Neuralink is going after many things to do with the human brain, such as solving a majority of mental illnesses. Both are now estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Musk's ability to conceive in a way that led to the success of his two most recent firms is illustrative of how he amasses wealth. Both Neuralink and the Boring Company are working on highly speculative projects, Neuralink is attempting to develop telepathic linkages between humans and machines, and is now in the human testing phase after successfully testing on animals. On the other hand, the Boring Company aims to change the way that infrastructure is produced. Last but not least, Musk's early love of his philosophy, science fiction, and fantasy literature is indicative of his idealistic nature and his preoccupation with the betterment of humanity, and it also reflects the fact that he has become a very wealthy man. He focuses his time and energy on endeavors that, in his opinion, will be necessary for the survival of humanity in the long run, such as exploration of space, the creation of renewable energy sources, and the expansion of the internet. Through PayPal, Tesla Motors, and SpaceX, Musk has proven his critics wrong, shaken up whole sectors, and accumulated the greatest wealth that any person in history has. Now his new business venture, the purchase of Twitter, has been heavily criticized by many, and many critics are labeling it as a failed business venture by Musk. But only time will tell what Musk has planned for the business and how he plans to take it to the heights of success, just like his others. In fact, all of his investments are game changers, and although he received widespread criticism at the beginning of his endeavors, he has nonetheless been successful in every industry that he has touched, despite the seemingly inevitable failures. Well guys, that's all for today's video about Elon Musk and his inspiring life story. If you enjoyed watching this video and don't want to miss any future uploads, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. See you in the next video, and until then, best wishes.